Welcome to the Dnyanjyoti education, guys. I'm Shubham, standing in front of you to deliver some essential conceptual clarity on the June current affairs in terms of environment. So in this session we are going to talk about all the important relevant the current affairs related to our MPSC and UPSC examination, so that we can prepare well. So let's take a deep dive and see what is there for us in the discussion. So the first bit says the Sheikh Jhil Bird Sanctuary. It is going to be the India's 99th Ramsar site. So what we should ponder upon, or what we need to emphasize, the Sheikh Jhil Bird Sanctuary, it is located in the Aligarh district of UP, that is Uttar Pradesh. Here that we need to mug up the name of district. Its name is Aligarh and it is located in the UP. So declared Ramsar site on a 22nd April 2026. So it has become now India's 99th Ramsar site. So with this new addition, the total number of Ramsar site in UP has become 12. So now this is the second state in terms of having total number of counts, 12 for the Ramsar site, and the state with the maximum Ramsar site is Tamil Nadu. This sanctuary was originally created in 1852 following the constructions of the Upper Ganga Canal. It was a freshwater lake. It is a freshwater lake. So this is also important fact. And it supports 249 bird species. That's it. Now, it is an important site where Central Asian flyway and is home to the winter migratory birds such as bar-headed goods and the painted storks. So, in order to mitigate the impact of the climate change, the birds often travel from the Siberia to the India. So this is one of the Central Asian flyway. So you should remember this fact by heart. Now some briefing about the Ramsar Convention. It is an international treaty, the conservation and the wise use of wetlands, adopted on the 2nd of February 1917 in Ramsar, Iran. The convention came in the force on the 21st of December 1975. So we should not miss this one. So usually students go for this date and they remember very well, and it is not a big surprise that we tend to focus on these things, but what we essentially ignore is that some peripheral knowledge that we need to reckon. So 21st of December 1975, this day it came into the enactment or the force. Not enactment, it came into the force. Now there are officially 170 countries as of now in 2026. They are party to the Ramsar Convention, and objective the conservation of and the wise use of the wetlands. That's it. So next to the bit, hantavirus outbreak. In May 2026, around 150 people were stranded aboard MV Hondus, a Dutch flagged cruise ship near the Cape Verde Island on the West Africa. So this is the cruise ship. A rare hantavirus outbreak. So hantavirus are the group of a virus belonging to the Hantaviridae family and the order Buniovirales. The major members that cause disease in humans belong to the Orthohantavirus genus. So this genus is very important, and the family is Hantaviridae. It is a negative sense single-stranded RNA. Negative sense single-stranded RNA. So this is very important fact. Spike proteins on the virus surface often give it a lattice-like asymmetrical appearance. Hantavirus was the first discovered in South Korea. The virus was first isolated in 1978 from the strip-filled mouse captured near Hantan River. So this was captured from the mouse that its name was its location was in the immediate vicinity of the Hantan River, which is situated in the South Korea. So from this place, its name is named, and its name is hantavirus. So it can cause a serious disease such as hantavirus pulmonary syndrome, hemorrhagic fever with renal syndrome. So carriers and the transmission, it is a zoonotic disease. So zoonotic, it means that the possibility of infection, there is a possibility of infection transfer from animals to the humans, and transmitted by the rodents. Yes, this is the important vital fact. Humans are mainly exposed to the virus through the aerosolization. So it means that through the mode of air and water. So contamination is spread. So these are the important point that we should focus. And the Cape Verde Island, it is located in the Atlantic. So why I have taken this bit? So see, there is no clear-cut distinction between the geography, environment and science tech. So UPSC have the habit of asking, combining the domain knowledge of these three disciplines, and just dealing with such kind of subject, I would say that it is an interdisciplinary approach that we need to focus on. So next to this one, it is the I'm sorry for this one. This is okay. Now circular economy. So circular economy, it is the model of production and the consumption which involves sharing, leasing, reusing, repairing, refurbishing and recycling the existing material products such as long as possible. Next, it follows the strategy that departs from the traditional linear take and make, dispose. So there is a traditional departure. It means that it is not following the traditional way of the modus operandi, which were the raw material are extracted, turned into the products and then discarded as a waste. Example, electronic goods. So you can see that today, in today's world, where we just receive that model, we use it and we just throw it without having any recycling. So it create the environmental menace. But circular economy focuses on the design for the durability, repairability and the recycling. Its production is efficient and responsible manufacturing, distribution, sustainable distribution of logistics, use, share, lease, reuse and repair, collection and the recycling, collect and recycle material to re-enter the value chain. Next, raw material, sustainably sourced raw material. Next, example in real life, refurbished electronic goods. So you can just check along the websites that used electronic products such are repaired, refurbished and resold, extending their life, reducing the e-waste. Animal waste to the biogas. Animal waste is processed in the biogas plants to produce biogas used for the cooking, heating and the lighting. Next, recycling of the material. Materials like paper, glass, metal and plastic are recycled and reused to make new products. So the goal to minimize the waste, conserve the resources, create sustainable regenerative system that benefit the both people and the planet. That's it. The small hydropower in India. The next topic is all about the small hydropower. Small hydropower projects are the hydropower projects with an installed capacity of up to the 25 megawatt. So MV here stands for the megawatt, WATT, administered by the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. I often told to the student to remember the ministry because it is very, very important. And sometimes it may happen that while twisting the information, UPSC or the MPSC may try to incorporate the name of ministry which is not in consonance with the demand of the question. So they may just enter the name of wrong ministry and you are supposed to find that question statement whether it is right or wrong. So large hydro project with the capacity above 25 megawatt administered by the Ministry of Power. So you should be able to distinguish between these three things, that the large projects are administered by the Ministry of Power, but the small projects are administered by Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. This is very, very important factor for all of us. Next, run of the river project. It means that there is no obstruction to the flow of river and no storage of the water. Actually, the water of a river is allowed to flow in a smooth, but the turbines are kept in a such position without obstructing the flow that the turbines can actually rotate and produce the electricity, that is power for all of us. So hydropower projects that generate electricity using the natural flow of water without large dam or the storage reservoir. Next, sustainable energy generates clean and renewable electricity, environmental friendly, minimal impact on the environment, it does not require the large dam, supports rural development. So these are the important facts that we need to focus on. Next, while small hydropower in India, so right now we are having installed capacity as the 5171 megawatt. So as of early 2026, so this data is essential for what? Writing the mains. The potential, India has estimated 21,133 megawatt of small hydropower potential across 7,133 identified sites, of which 24.5 has been harnessed so far. Highest potential region, Northeast region, with 7978 megawatt of the total SHP potential. Himachal Pradesh leads in the region with the 3460 megawatt of SHP, that is the total SHP, that is small hydropower potential. Now small hydropower is a clean, renewable and sustainable source of energy that supports energy security and rural development. So what do you mean by sustainable? So sustainable is nothing but sustainable is that we should use the resources in such a way that meets the need of present generation without compromising the ability of a future generation to meet their own demands. Next, we are going to take a look at the small hydropower potential in India. Northeast region, 38%. Northern region, it is 38%. So if we take a look at the northern, so this is the northern part. So it consists of 38% hydropower potential. In Northeast region, it consists of 25%. In Western region, this is the Western region, it consists of only 14%. So Maharashtra also do not have small hydropower potential. In Eastern region, towards this is a 12%, and towards the Southern region only 10%. It means that the small hydropower potential of the Deccan Plateau and Western and Eastern and the Southern India is relatively small compared to the Northern and Northeastern states. So total small hydropower potential in India is 21,133, crosses the 7133 identified sites. So that's it. Next to it, we are going to see coverage. Small hydropower projects with the installed capacity between the 1 megawatt and 25 megawatt. Focus area is on the hilly states, northeast states and international border districts and the remote areas. This is very, very important. So key features of the scheme: the financial support structure, northeast states and international border structure. The financial assistance of 3.6 crore per megawatt or 30% of the project cost, whichever is the lower. So you need to remember this fact that financial assistance of 3.6 crore or per megawatt, it is per megawatt. That's it. So if you will be asked to suppose you need to prepare the project of 5 megawatt, then you should just multiply this with 3.16 crore, then you will get approximate value. So something around 5 6 are 30, 5 3 are 15 plus 18. So 18 crores of rupees will be provided for the establishment of such kind of projects if the project's capacity is the 5 megawatt. That's it. Now next to this, whichever is the lower or the 30% of the project cost. So the government is providing 3.0 CR per megawatt, or else they are providing the 30% of the upfronting cost. That's it. Whichever is the lower, subject to the ceiling of the 30 crore per project. So other locations, financial assistance of 2.4 per megawatt. So there is a decrease in other locations, but northeastern states, they do not have the resources and the geographical terrain is difficult. That's why financial assistance is great, or there is a larger devolution of funds. So significance of small hydropower for all of us. So it is a decentralized power. It reduces the transmission losses, improves the reliability in remote, hilly and border areas. Clean energy generates emission-free electricity without fuel consumption. This is very, very important. Rural development enhances the energy access and supports local economic growth. Employment generation creates jobs during the construction, operation and maintenance. Environmental sustainability, low ecological footprints with minimal land requirement and displacement. Energy security, provides the reliable round the clock. This is very, very important word. So this is very, very important because sometimes they may frame the question that what are the ecological and economic benefit. So economic benefit means what? Round the clock you have ability. It means that 24/7 there is a potential of this small hydropower powers plants, so that you can just utilize it in a 24/7. So continuity is there, so there is no abruption. So this is the all about the stuff of small hydropower potential plants in India. Now next to this, the International Big Cat Alliance. So why this is in news? Recently Saudi Arabia had joined the International Big Cat Alliance as a 26th member. So this is very, very important, that in International Big Cat Alliance organization, Saudi Arabia is now the official, the part and parcel of this organization, and it is become the 26th member. So earlier there were 25 members. About International Big Cat Alliance overview, it is a multi-country, multi-agency coalition comprising 95 big cat range countries. Yes. So total number of countries it covers, it consists of 95 countries, and non-range countries with an interest of a big cat conservation. It was officially launched in 2023 in 15th anniversary of the Project Tiger. So you should remember the Project Tiger was started in 1973 plus 50. This makes 2023. So on occasion of the golden jubilee of the Project Tiger, so it was released. This project was released. So what are the big cats in India? So tiger, its International Union Conservation Nature status is endangered, and in the CITES, Convention on Endangered and Threatened Species, its listing is 1, and in the Wildlife Protection Act, it is categorized in the Schedule 1. Next, lion, it is in the vulnerable. In CITES listing, lions, Panthera leo are listed on the CITES Appendix 2, with Asian population Panthera leora persisa listed in Appendix 1. So look at the distinction. The Panthera leo is listed in the second, but the Asian population Panthera leos, it means that the lions which belongs to the Asia, they are from the Gir, Gujarat state. They belong to the Schedule 1 or the Appendix 1 in the CITES listing. Convention, this CITES convention. So Wildlife Protection Act, they belong to the Schedule 1. IUCN status for the jaguar is near threatened. So you should remember this fact only. Now CITES listing Appendix 1, Wildlife Protection Act, it is not applicable to the jaguar. Cheetah, its status is now IUCN is vulnerable, but it was extinct in India. So WPA 1, that is Wildlife Protection Act, you need not to remember all the stuff, but in CITES it is listed as Appendix 1. Puma, IUCN status list concern, CITES Appendix 1, and WPA not applicable. Slow leopard, it is vulnerable in the category, CITES listing Appendix 1, and Wildlife Protection Act 1972, it is in Schedule 1. So, and the next leopard, it is a vulnerable, Appendix 1, Schedule 1. So all of these are 7 big, actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these are the 7 big cats. Out of this, only 5 are found in India, and I'm going to tell you the mnemonics that remember this as a Ja and Pu, or simply Japu. So JA means what? Jaguar, and PU means what? This is Puma. See, these two cat they do not actually they do not have the existence in the natural habitat of India. That's it. So you should remember this one. Now next to, there is a concept called the Super El Nino. So although this belongs to the geography section, but UPSC also always goes for the interdisciplinary approach. That's why I suggest you should not miss any core concept. You should try to scratch your knowledge, build your knowledge from the scratch. So why this is in news? A forecast of the Super El Nino late 2026, possibly the strongest in the century, has raised a concern. It could worsen the extreme weather events. So more in the news. The Earth's atmosphere is continuing to warm rapidly due to the human-induced, that is anthropogenic climate changes. According to the World Meteorological Organization, 2025 was amongst the top three warmest year recorded globally. The already elevated temperature could be the further intensified by the development of strong super El Nino, which officially raises the global temperature and increases the likelihood of extreme events. So El Nino conditions. So it is the abnormal, El Nino means the abnormal warming of the surface water of a Pacific Ocean that causes the humongous impact or the negative impact on the climatic cycle of India. So actually, Super El Nino, it is a climatic phenomena. So what are the key impacts of the Super El Nino? It creates the higher global temperature. Next to it, more frequent and intense heat waves, as we are witnessing in the Europe. Next to alter the rainfalls, stronger tropical cyclones, impact on the agriculture, water resources and the food security. Next, so these were the things that I just wanted to discuss in the under the head of environment section. If you like this session, please do let us know through the Telegram and the YouTube channels also, so that we can also, so it will just give an immense boost to our efforts that we are trying to create as a Dnyanjyoti as a team. Thank you so much guys for watching this big picture of the episode on the environment section. Thank you so much again.